All right, hello again and welcome to Live from the Losers Lounge with Getup and Gourdlord. I'm your host, Getup, and with me as always is your other host, Gourdlord. Gourdlord, how are you doing today?
Why, I'm great. Right back out of 19 clickety-clack.
We're going with that? We're going with 19 click.
Are we not doing voices? We could not do voices.
I mean, if you think voices would help.
That seems like it would be a lot of effort.
Okay, so
let's for low effort here.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how we do here in the Losers Lounge, Gourdlord.
Heck yeah.
As always, today's broadcast is brought to you by Gordo brand beverages. Gordo.
I don't think we have a catchphrase. We're working on it.
Gordo. There's seeds in them. So...
Just every bottle, there's just a bunch of seeds.
So, Gourdlord, we've got some great matches coming up this week here in the Skill and Power Control exhibition. What do you think is the hardest part about skill and power control?
Well, having powers, for one.
I was going to say, I think the hardest part is having skills. They're not great. Skills, I mean, my skills. The heroes in the competition seem pretty good, though. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about Monday's matchups, shall we?
All right.
Monday, we've got. We're going to start off with a showdown between Lady Terminator and Rider Typhon. Gourdlord, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, I'm thinking this Lady Terminator has a pretty good shot.
Yeah, well, if there's one thing I've learned about Terminators, it's to never discount them, because they're always back.
That is 100% true.
Also, this isn't a competition against a factory that mass produces magma, or whatever it is that kills the Terminator at the end of Terminator.
I do think it is a magma factory.
I think we're gonna have to go with Lady Terminator here.
It's a tough call.
It really is. Rider Typhon is a really cool rider because I think a Typhon is like a type of snake or a type of painkiller. And honestly, both of those are pretty cool. Yeah. On Monday, we've also got a showdown between Edgelord and Boom. And obviously, you and I are pretty biased here towards Boom.
We're Boom stans. What can we say?
Yeah, but, look... You think about Boom, and Boom's got a lot of powers, so you might think that there's no way that she could use skill and power control, because mostly she just explodes stuff. But may I remind you that for as long as we've known her, Boom has been in the closet. And that takes a lot of self-control to be.
You're right. That is a lot of self-control.
Yeah, so, I think it's clear that we have to support Boom. You should too, folks.
Yep.
Also coming in on Monday, we have Livewire versus Witch. Witch is spelled with a Y. Why? I'm not sure. But that's the choice Witch has made.
Which choice was that?
The choice to have a Y.
Okay. Well, I certainly will be supporting Witch. Anyone with occult-like powers, I'm voting for them.
Yeah, but Livewire has a dog, and the dog is cute.
But we're not voting on how cute their dog is.
Jason, I'm always voting for how cute the dog is. I think
all right, then.
We might just have to agree to disagree here and move on.
Sure.
The last match on Monday is, of course, Nazgrim versus Black Cavalier. And, I don't know much about this Nazgrim kid because he's kind of from out of town.
Just a little.
Yeah, but what do you think about this matchup? I have here that Nazgrim is trying to prepare the Earth for enslavement or destruction, which I have to admit, those are not my two favorite things.
That also sounds very blunt. Not very good with the finesse that this competition requires.
That's true. It also seems that Black Cavalier is a rude dude with plenty of tude, and, It does take a lot of skill to be rude.
You would know.
I wasn't very good at it, Gourdlord. Alright, let's move on to Tuesday. The first match on Tuesday is Gloria versus Alina Mars. And let me tell you, as an elf, Gloria is obviously incredibly dexterous and incredibly sneaky. Elves are always getting in and out of houses to deliver presents and candy, and they use their dexterous little fingers to make etch-a-sketches, like in the hit movie Elf.
They got a world record on breaking and entering.
This is true. Now, I feel like I have to support Gloria in this because, frankly, as a secret agent, Alina Mars' skills are only listed on a need-to-know basis, and I guess I just don't need to know.
You never know, though. Maybe Alina Mars really has the world record of breaking and entering. It's just a secret.
The problem is, I don't know what I don't know, and unless I know what I don't know, I can't know to know what I don't. You know?
Got it. Crystal clear.
Right, okay. Also, on Tuesday, we've got a showdown between Insectivore and Ace. And Ace, of course, is a Nova with cosmic powers and an otter best friend. You know, Gourdlord, I was thinking, if Ace met Alanis Morissette oughter know.
That is 100% true. Now, I am certainly partial to a good pet, and an otter is a great pet. Not as good as a gourd, but can't all be perfect.
Here's the thing about otters. They're not really known for like, self-control. They're kind of an animal we associate with, like, whimsy and sliding and jug bands, and I don't...
You might say they're utterly chaotic.
Alanis Morissette might. Now, for that reason, I think I'm gonna have to go with Insectivore, because bugs are really good at, like, skill and control. They just walk in a straight line all the time.
I'm not sure that's the point you want to make, but yes, I agree, ultimately.
Okay, and Tuesday, we've also got the Golden Glove versus Puck. Gourdlord, what do you know about the sweet science, boxing?
I know nothing about the sweet science of boxing. I know plenty about the sweet science of ice cream. Especially gourd-flavored ice cream.
It's as good a time as any now to remind our audience that today's episode of Live from the Losers Lounge featuring Gordo and Getup is sponsored by Gordo Ice Cream. It tastes like gourds. It's got seeds in it.
And don't forget our new spaghetti squash flavored ice cream with real spaghetti squash stringers in it.
And real spaghetti. Anyway,
no real spaghetti.
I was thinking that boxing is a real sweet science. And I know a lot about boxing because I watched a documentary called Rocky. And here's one thing that I know about boxing. Yo, Adrian! Right?
That sounds technically correct. I don't know enough to refute that point.
Listen, Rocky's pretty great, so I think we have to support the Golden Glove.
Fair enough.
And our last match on Tuesday is Imp versus Frequency. Now, Imp got demonic powers and became a punk rocker. And Frequency, I don't know, Frequency's this kind of... He's a delinquent who likes electronics and music. And, Gourdlord, I don't know about you, but a delinquent with powers involving electronics and music, I just don't know if I can believe that hero could exist.
That's a unique one for me. Never heard that before. But I'm really liking this demonic powers and punk rock.
Yeah,
I'm always pro punk rock.
Imp is, Gourdlord.
Yeah?
Gourdlord, I kinda, Imp is, yeah, I really hope Imp wins.
Consorted with the dark arts, it says here. That's my vote right there.
she's so cool. Gourdlord, do you think I can buy her a soda?
Why, sure. Why don't you try one of our butternut squash flavored sodas?
No, Gourdlord, I want her to like me. All right, moving on. We will move into Wednesday. So, Wednesday.
Woden's Day.
Oh, that's true. It is Odin's Day. First match on Wednesday is Kid Caddy versus Green Knight. Gourdlord, what are your thoughts on this round?
Well, I sure do like punk rockers a whole lot. But if there's one thing that can beat out a punk rock aesthetic, it's the medieval aesthetic. And let me tell you, Green Knight has got that in spades.
Well, she likes the color green, and I can really get behind that. Knights are also, again, really about skill and power control. So I think we have to put our weight behind Green Knight here. Speaking of putting our weight behind things, Wednesday also features a match between our former teammate Pippa and our current teammate Beep Boop. Gourdlord, do you think we can really say anything here?
Oh no, that would definitely be a conflict of interest. Certainly not like another match on Monday.
No, listen, that was objectively true. This is
absolutely.
a conflict of
interest.
interest.
Yeah, this is a conflict of interest. We can't.
Yeah, so listen, everybody should vote, and everybody should, listen to the exploits of Pippa and Beep Boop on the Rollout podcast, and everybody should also buy new Gordo brand podcasts.
Wait, we have a podcast?
They've got seeds in them.
Why do I have a podcast with seeds? Wait a minute, who's running this operation?
Moving on, we have a showdown between Carl and Faye on Wednesday. Carl's pretty great because it's an important part of the ecosystem. But what is your thoughts on this? What's your thought on this Faye girl, Gourdlord?
Oh, I really like this Faye girl. I mean, living with a demon? That seems pretty cool to me.
Yeah, and it's interesting that she's she kind of reminds me as an Egyptian American girl with extreme demonic powers and a lot of dedication. It's kind of like if Anai and Paige had a baby, and that baby was Faye.
That is a fanfic somebody wrote.
Well, it is now.
You know it.
Our last match on Wednesday is Daybreak versus Darren. Now, Daybreak's a good kid. As you all know, he beat me in round one, and he fought a good game and played fair and played hard. And I'm really proud to see he's made it into round two. With that said, Darren has fungus powers.
Sounds like she's a real fun guy.
That's true, and if I learned anything from the hit Super Mario Brothers live-action motion picture, trust the fungus, Mario.
I think I have Mario Kart?
No. Gourdlord, have you never seen the Mario Brothers movie?
No. Is Waluigi in it?
No, it's really good. I genuinely love this movie because it's kind of like, what if Mario had the aesthetic of Mad Max and none of the things that you like about Mario, but you kind of enjoy it because it has the aesthetic of Mad Max?
It's like the cats of the video gaming world.
Yeah, but trust the fungus, Mario is a line from it, so...
And we know that Mario never lies. And nor do fungi.
He's a pretty good guy. Anyway, we support Darren in this, but I also support Daybreak because, if Daybreak's gonna beat me, Daybreak might as well go all the way. We have 4 remaining matches on Thursday.
Thursday?
Friday seems to be a wild card round that we didn't get any paperwork about, so we're not going to report on that. With that said, Gourdlord, our first match on Thursday is Intravenous versus Disco. Gourdlord, what do you think about Disco?
I'm going to have to go with Disco because I love Disco, and you can tell this to be true from my terminal gay voice.
Yeah, Disco never dies. So we have to support the disco.
That's true.
Similarly, on Thursday, we've got Night Owl versus Highwire. Now, Gourdlord, I know how you feel about witches.
Yep.
Does that carry over here?
Absolutely. 100%.
All right, well...
All witches all the time.
You like to live deliciously. We also have on Thursday a showdown between the Baroness and Sokotoa. Now, Gourdlord, let me tell you, bears are not really known for their ability to control their powers.
Math, on the other hand, is very much known for being able to control its powers.
Yeah, I can't control how much I love math.
I certainly can.
Yeah, I can too, I was lying. But I do think Sokotoa will win this one. And of course, the final match in round 2, Miraculous versus Jupiter Rising.
Wait, why is somebody going up against a bad movie?
Jupiter Ascending is a classic movie, Gourdlord.
Okay, whatever you say, Ian.
Gourdlord, I've always loved dogs.
I believe that. Is there a dog in Jupiter Ascending?
Gourdlord, Channing Tatum plays a dog.
In Jupiter Ascending?
Yes, Channing Tatum plays a dog.
Oh, you know, I didn't pay attention enough to that movie to really refute this claim.
Anyway, Channing Tatum plays a dog. Listen, I really do love Jupiter Ascending the movie and Jupiter Rising the superhero. But I do know my co-host well enough to know that since Miraculous has magic-based powers, I don't think I'm going to be able to win this discussion against you, correct?
Yeah, when it comes up to pastel-colored science, magic is gonna beat it out every time. Sorry, Jupiter. We're pro-magic.
Jupiter Ascending, Jupiter Rising, you'll always be aces in my book. Anyway, Gourdlord, that seems to be all the matchups for this upcoming week. Looks pretty fierce. The competition seems serious.
These matches are not going to be easy. They're going to be close calls.
They probably will. With that said, if you have any comments, as always, please write them on a self-addressed stamped envelope and put them in your mailbox so they'll be delivered back to yourself.
Shots fired. Oh my god.
Also, buy Gordo brand letters. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
I'm sure Gordo has letterhead, but that would be official state letterhead. Please do not buy our official state letterhead for non-official business.
Seems reasonable. Anyway, for the Losers Lounge, this is Getup.
And this is Gourdlord.
Wishing all the competitors an excellent match this week. Thanks, guys.
Stay super.